All right, let's be honest. I have a watch problem. I have a lot of watches, but are they just expensive bracelets that tell me when I'm late for something? Yes. And I know that a lot of you people out there who are not like super into watches will just say, "Oh, your phone has a clock on it," but can your phone make you feel like a fancy boy when you're eating a microwave burrito? I didn't think so. So without further ado, $1 versus $50 million watch. Let's get into it.
This is a $1.5 million watch. This one costs $50 million. But your watch owning journey begins here with a $30 flick flack.
That's kind of a sick watch, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I kind of like the little dudes on there. The colors are nice, super pops, only 30 bucks. Can't go wrong.
Flick flacks are simple, playful watches built to teach kids how to tell time. The flick flack has unbeatable quality. With great durability and elegant designs, it's the perfect start to your...
Okay, I wouldn't call it elegant. I wouldn't call it like an elegant design. It's playful, it's fun, it leans into it. It's for kids. Sick.
Watch owning journey. But as you get older, you want a watch that's cooler. So for $40, you buy a Casio.
Honestly, I think the watch that I've had the most compliments on are my Casio watches. So
that sets the standard for a watch at an affordable tier.
So sick.
Is there honestly one that does it any better than
Casio? In 1957, made the first compact electronic calculator.
That shit ain't compact, bro. That is not a compact calculator, dude. People in 1957 had it fucking rough, dude. Oh my god. Ugh. Just use your fingers at that point, man.
Electronic calculator. 23 years later, they made one for your wrist. The Japanese
said boobies. Sorry, I'm 5.
Timeless designs.
Dude, sorry, this one right here, the F91W. If you're looking just to get like a sick watch for like that costs nothing, you slap it on your wrist. It's water resistant. It's like, dude, it's a tank. It will not break. It's so sick.
The legendary Casio F91W was worn throughout history by highly influential figures like Osama bin Laden and Osama bin Laden's bombs. Your Casio is great.
Okay, maybe pick like a different Casio. All right, there's plenty of really good Casios out there. Maybe don't go with that one.
And you love wearing it. But as you get older, you start to want something classier. The Timex Weekender. A brand with American roots, Timex had a mission to make affordable watches with great quality and durability.
Notice how it captures the
This guy knows what he's talking about. Dude, Timex has some like really sick watches out there.
The most expensive watches.
When you think of Timex, you think of the Weekender aesthetic.
I love the simple design of these pieces. The Indiglow is a fun...
Dude, that's the loom. Like, look how bright that shit is. You're like, oh, I wonder what time it is in the middle of the night. Bang, push that thing, blinds you.
Like, just kind of treat with this.
Your Timex serves you well. Maybe you should buy another traditional watch. Or maybe you shouldn't.
This is all slightly absurd. You don't need a watch nowadays.
Because by this point in your journey, you're working towards becoming a young professional. No. You can't wear an antiquated trinket. No, you need something practical and productive. So for $250, you buy an Apple Watch.
Boo, dude, I cannot stand electrical. Okay, this is so weird. This is a weird take, but like, hear me out. Do not buy an Apple Watch. Save your $250 and buy like a $50 Casio. On God. And you'll get way more compliments. No one compliments someone's Apple Watch. Go up to you like, oh, hey, nice Apple Watch. Nope, never happens.
See, the Apple Watch released in 2015, and 4 years later, it outsold
Also, it's super distracting. Like, I had a Samsung watch. It would get to the point where I'd like pull it up and I would be like swiping through and like texts and stuff like that. And you feel like at first, whenever you like answer a call with your watch, you feel like you're James Bond. And then like after a while, you're like, it's bad.
Swiss watchmaker combined. The Swiss watch industry got thrown out the window faster than an Apple sweatshop worker. Your Apple Watch makes you wake up with its vibrating alarm feature. It makes you go outside with its step counter. It makes you go to bed with its sleep tracking. Forget intrinsic motivation and the willpower of the human spirit. All you ever needed were 3 colorful circles.
On God, though, whenever I was trying to get like my steps in, I was like, oh, I gotta make sure I get my 10,000 steps. I almost every day hit my 10,000 steps whenever I was wearing my Samsung watch. There is something to be said there.
But there's a problem with your Apple Watch that no amount of convenience, health tracking, or performance metrics can fix. Your Apple Watch has no soul.
Exactly.
Compared to the history, the craftsmanship, and the magic of traditional watches, your Apple Watch is just a sterile slab of tech.
When you walk in a room with that on your wrist, You're telling everybody I'm 20%.
Okay, listen. I don't like who is this guy, Mr. Wonderful, I think his name is. He wears like 2 watches most of the time. MKXB, like that's his job. Like he has to wear an Apple Watch around, or like because he's constantly reviewing those kind of things. Don't shit on him because of that. Also, I'm a big MK I can't remember his name. Big fan though. Big fan. I can't remember his name. Big fan though.
Off retail. I wouldn't be caught dead with that on my wrist.
Shut up.
This is all slightly absurd. You don't need a watch nowadays. But it's just about doing what is exceptional. It's about doing what is, I think, beautiful and something that can really tell a story in itself.
Oh, gorgeous watch. That's an Explorer 1, Rolex Explorer 1. Beautiful watch. It's been like to the top of mountains, bro. It's been to like the top of Everest. Sick watch.
Hey, you throw your Apple Watch out the window and you buy a Seiko Presage.
Hell yeah, dude.
Seiko is a brand that offers some of the best value for money in the entire watch industry. During World War II, Seiko produced military watches for Japanese troops. In 1969, Seiko dropped an atomic bomb on the watch industry when they introduced the quartz movement, which used a battery and a quartz crystal to power a watch.
We take that for granted now that like before like quartz movements were a thing, it was all mechanical movements.
Battery-powered watches were more accurate, affordable, and reliable than traditional mechanical watches.
It's kind of a no-brainer.
The Presage is Seiko's dress watch line, known for their salacious styles. It's a great watch.
Why was he in the bathroom? Why was he in the bathroom for that?
But it's just a Seiko.
Inspiration
comes at odd times. In 1917,
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a watch company called Grand Seiko, and they are by far... Okay, they're a lot more expensive than Seiko's. They're like talking like $6,000, $7,000, you know, $12,000 watches, but they are the most beautiful watches you'll ever see. Can't tell me that's not a beautiful watch. Every single one of their watches, they do it, and it's to represent like parts of nature and stuff like that. That dial right there, which is the part that's like the back part of the watch, it's meant to look like a lake. And I saw this thing in person. I wore like a nice watch, and I went into one of these boutiques like this in Hawaii. And dude, the pictures do not do it justice. It is such a beautiful watch. And it's titanium. So that's cool too. Anyway, sorry, back at it.
The founder of Cartier was looking at newspaper photographs of World War I tanks going into battle.
That's a sick
and in
watch.
an act of utter capitalism, he thought to himself, we can make a watch out of this. The Cartier tank has a rectangular design inspired by the Renault FT-17. The iconic watch has transcended the test of time and the boundaries of gender, being worn by everyone from Princess Diana to Muhammad Ali. Its understated elegance makes it a necessary addition to your watch collection.
Yeah. That is on my watch. That's on my like wanna get watch collection. You can get them for like 5K, maybe 6K. I don't know. They're beautiful watches though. I like them. They're a little small though.
In 1965, NASA needed an official wristwatch for the Apollo space program. 4 watch brands answered the call, and they faced off in the NASA watch trials. One brand, Hamilton, sent in a pocket watch.
Oh.
The 3 remaining watches were put through rigorous torture tests.
If you guys were taking a guess right now, out of all these, you don't know watches at all. And you're looking at these 3. Longines, Rolex, Omega. Which one of these 3 would you be like, that is the one I'm going to go with and take it to space? A lot of people would say Rolex because Rolex is like probably the most common, but it's the Omega.
Until the Omega Speedmaster reigned victorious.
I want one of these too. I don't have a Speedmaster.
4 years later,
but I want
the
one.
Speedmaster solidified itself in watchmaking history as a first watch on the moon. One small step for man.
Also, they have a Snoopy Omega watch. This video is going to be unwatchable, and I'm very sorry about that. You can't tell me this is not the cutest watch ever. Look at that watch. That's so cute. It's got Snoopy on it.
One giant leap for the Omega marketing team. 57 quintillion Omega Speedmaster models have since been released, all with different styles and complications. Like this one here that shows you the phases of the moon.
Yeah.
Take this. That's an Omega. And that has a moon phase. Do you see the moon in the bottom of it? You see the moon on the bottom of it? It's a real high-resolution photograph of the moon. Do you see the...
That's me describing every watch to my wife possible.
Real sense of the moon. It's a beautiful high-resolution image.
Joe.
There's one watch brand that everyone knows.
If you asked
Rolex.
99 of 100 men on the street to name a luxury watch, we all know what they're going to say.
Rolex.
It's just very human
to like a Rolex.
For $10,000, you buy a Rolex Submariner. Rolex watches were initially built to be tools. When the Submariner released in 1954, it cost $150. But Rolex's superior marketing and pop culture significance entered their brand into the realm of luxury. What was once a symbol of ruggedness and adventure became one of materialistic success. It used to be that you were the man, so you bought a Rolex. But nowadays, you buy a Rolex in hopes of becoming the man. In 1971, AP, on the verge of bankruptcy, called upon legendary designer Gerald Genta to make them an unprecedented steel sports watch. The deadline was
a Royal Oak, AP Royal Oak.
One single day. At 11:59 p.m., Genta submitted his assignment, unaware that it would soon become the most influential watch design of all time. With its octagonal bezel, exposed screws, and seamless integrated bracelet, the AP Royal Oak is iconic and ubiquitous.
It's not on my like.
You've got I want something.
It's fine. It's like a fine watch.
Is that a Bugatti Chiron? Yes, absolutely. And this is the best.
Ugly watch.
The Jacob & Co. Bugatti Chiron Tourbillon captures the spirit of a hypercar. Its outside shows the flowing lines and curves of a Bugatti. Its inside, a Bugatti 16-cylinder engine wind-up toy.
Watch my engine start.
Dude, you don't look like, you show that to people, you don't look cool. You look stupid. It looks like a watch. Let me show you real quick. This is what we're doing now. Like, it gives the same vibe. Like, look at this thing. That goes hard. Honestly, I'd wear that. That looks sick. It opens up and it has like a little play area in there. Can't really beat that. Can't really beat that. What's this one? An engine? Can't even ride it. L, loser. Can't play with that. Can't play with like a little Godzilla toy in there. Nope. That's what I thought. L. Bad taste.
That is super cool. And it's Bugatti.
By this point in your watch owning journey, you've obtained a level of wealth that is extravagant, abrasive, and dangerous.
So I used to wear my Rolex Daytona a lot, but I had an experience recently. I thought I was gonna get attacked over my Daytona.
Happens all the
With
time.
6 figures on your wrist, you need to be cautious. Maybe you live in London, where you're at risk of getting run up on by machete-wielding blokes.
The thing is, it's like, if you're having a watch that's that expensive on your wrist and you're walking around, it's like, oh, he's got a $60,000 watch on his wrist. You don't think he has like $600 to blow on a gun? It's like, the guy's probably packing.
Maybe this is all slightly absurd, but maybe that's the point. Richard Mille RM69 sex watch.
You know who had this watch? That guy who cheated on his wife, that like CEO. This one.
Yeah. Oh,
this guy.
All right, come on. You're okay? What?
That guy. That guy. He had that watch on. That is the watch that he had on. He had on this watch, which is hilarious. The Let Me Kiss You Tonight watch. He had that on his wrist whenever he was cheating on his wife.
$696,000. What celebrity do you think owns this watch? Drake's weapon of choice, the RM69, has 3 6-sided rollers which produce randomized erotic messages. For example, let me
D-word,
your
wet ass D-word.
I want to
S-word,
your
female genitalia.
Let me tell you one thing. When I put a Richard Mille on my wrist, it's just bizarre.
$500,000.
Yo, thanks, bro.
All of a sudden, I walk different. I talk different.
Do people treat you different?
Yes. Yeah.
Remember that Cartier tank you bought for $5,000? They squished it.
It's a sick watch. It is such a sick watch. Tyler, the creator, has this watch. It is a beautiful watch, but it is not worth that much money. And also, you can find like some really good like dupes of this watch. And who would know? I think everyone who would see that watch would just assume that it'd be a dupe because no one would actually buy a $1.5 million watch other than like Tyler, the creator.
$0.5 million. Inspiration comes at odd times. In 1967, a man wearing a Cartier watch got in a car accident. The force of the impact and the heat of the crash melted the oval-shaped case of the man's watch. And when Cartier himself saw the brutally damaged object, he only thought one thing. We can make a watch out of this. That is the backstory of the Cartier crash, according to the Cartier marketing department.
Oh.
The actual backstory of the watch is much simpler. Rich people got bored, thus spawned the Cartier crash, a perfectly imperfect watch, chaotic but calculated. When it was released, no one liked it. Then Kanye wore it, and everyone liked it. A lot.
God damn.
Kanye said, only millionaires wear chains. They said, what? He said, I'm a billionaire. Billionaires don't wear their money on their body.
The Jacob & Co. Billionaire is the ultimate.
These watches, I ain't gonna lie, they're pretty sick.
Display of opulence. Thanos scoured the universe for infinity stones. Jacob & Co. scoured the earth for perfect diamonds to assemble this gauntlet. With the Jacob & Co. Billionaire, you can simply snap your fingers and you'd be getting robbed at gunpoint.
It's like, oh my team, we're gonna build
So
a
true.
watch.
Why would you ever wear this watch? Why would you ever wear this watch? You'd get robbed so fast. So fast. So fast. That's the guy I was telling you about. Wonderful, Dr. Wonderful, Mr. Wonderful, whatever his name is, Shark Tank guy. Two watches on his wrist. Look, number 1, number 2. You don't need to do that, bro. You do not need to do that. That's
My
stupid.
team, we're gonna build a watch.
It took us almost 4 years to find the stones.
I've never put anything like this on my wrist.
It's gonna be called a billionaire.
21 billionaire watches have been made, with one model being owned by world-famous billionaire Floyd Mayweather.
That's tough. That's tough.
The first one wearing the Patek Philippe. And, you know, I was the first one.
Don't do him like that. No.
In 1868, Patek Philippe made the first Swiss wristwatch. This was a time when pocket watches dominated the industry. Wristwatches were seen as feminine, not to be taken seriously by men. In 1914, the Albuquerque Journal said, "The fellow who wears a wristwatch is frequently suspected of having lace on his lingerie and of braiding his hair at night."
Yo, what the fuck? Albuquerque Journal, what the fuck is your problem, bro? Hell yeah.
But after a few years of war and marketing, the wristwatch transformed from a small piece of women's jewelry to a masculine tool and a unit of legacy.
Beautiful.
Men went from calling wristwatches gay to waxing their forearms so they don't tarnish their wristwatch.
That's
Perceptions
crazy.
and
Yo, that's
interests
crazy.
are in perpetual motion. A small trinket that tells the time can be a toy, a tool, a status symbol, and even a work of art.
Nah.
Each one of these stones has a story.
It's so
Carbon,
ugly.
exposed to extreme heat and pressure in the Earth's mantle, transforms into diamond before being pushed to the Earth's surface through volcanic eruption. These magical gems hide patiently in eruption sites until they inevitably get dug up by little African boys.
Yeah, I mean, it's
You
true.
may get so lost in the sparkle of your 110-carat graph
It's
hallucination
ugly, dude.
that you don't even notice the time
It's
passing
ugly.
by on its minuscule dial. And beneath that dial is the same type of watch movement that was in your flick-flack. The world's most expensive watch has an economical, battery-powered quartz
No
movement.
way, dude. No way, dude. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Guys, please, if you guys enjoyed this video at all, please hit the subscribe button. I got like 70 subs, and your boy's trying to make enough money on here to fund his watch addiction. So, you know, if you watch to the end, like the video, subscribe, and give me a little kiss in the comment section, and I will give you a little smooch back. Bye.